game is, a lot of people were like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like just a linear level? No, like that was our Manhattan, that's our New York City. It didn't have to be on like a main story mission. But in between, like something like you saw in the raft, or we showed that back at last E3, you can just swing around New York City and have fun.
Let's go to that footage because we have it running here on the main monitor. We'll go to it in just a second. This is the beauty of the live environment.
Yeah, this. Oh God.
This is great. I got my own little TV. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Greek God X does his good deed for the day.
This. Let me do my good work. Chat, staff, look at this, dude. This sign has clearly been vandalized by Mother Nature. Watch this. Hiya! That's what I thought, boy.
Doing the good work.
The karate chop. I was expecting a brush. It was a karate chop instead. Surprised.
Doing some community service out there on behalf of the Twitch community.
Listen,
Karate community
it is not only used in offensive and defensive measures, but it's also for good deeds to be done. Number 3. KB5 seems to have the whole destroying things down.
Yeah.
The clip that he was introduced with is actually the clip where he got partnered. And
Working with a language barrier, Mr. MB, I think, right?
Your next
what?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing this in English. Your primary language is French, right?
Yeah, my book language is French. And I was like, okay, I stayed up late last night.
All right, the only thing more dangerous than 30 to 50-year-old hogs is being a cat in a
That's
room
wrong.
or your landlord when the rent is overdue.
welcome to Jackbox and welcome to TwitchCon.
Shout-outs to
And really,
questionable topics.
oh, Swifter.
Can you send out the moderators? We got our first ban on the Jackbox PJ Salt stage.
PJ Salt first.
DJ, apparently. Good job.
All right.
Swifter! Great, yeah! Playing to the audience. Totally makes sense.
Exactly.
Dedicated community event, the BG Fest, which will take place in Montpellier this fall. Thanks, everyone. Have a great E3.
Thank you. We nailed it. We nailed it.
I want to thank all of you for coming, but we have to wrap up.
Well, can I at least have them like give a hand for Rapport for being here? Give it up! Michael Rapport, everybody. You don't have to move. You can stay right there, buddy.
Eagle, if you guys want to go first.
Oh, I guess they are gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
what's your channel, man? What's your Twitch channel? At least.
Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport. Yeah.
Slash Michael Rapport, all one word.
That's it.
All right.
Word.
Man, it seems like a little ungrateful to like kick him out so quickly.
I know, but you didn't tell us we were going to have 30 guests here tonight.
that is a my
massive thank you. And
can you talk shit to him right quick? Tell him.
No. Sorry.
Thank you. Give it up for Kid Boga, for Hitch, Boozley, NASA. Who did I forget anybody? Michael Rappaport, American Eagle Foundation. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm sorry we didn't have more time.
All right, listen. We have to wrap up.
I know.
So, yeah.
But.
And in this clip, Kim Do has beaten Klopp in a single sitting. Very, very long process. It actually didn't go so well for him, but he still got a chance to celebrate. Check it out.
Body painting is okay. Body painting is, again, like if the context is like I'm doing body painting, like you're gonna be that's another contextual thing that we're gonna kind of consider. And also, that also includes cosplay. If you're cosplaying, we understand.
There's somebody out there. All you white people in charge, y'all better tell me I'm doing the right thing. Y'all ain't gonna be mad at me. Bailey, let's get to it.
Okay, wait. What if let's see who's the loudest.
Of course, we make mistakes sometimes.
Sure.
Any team making thousands of decisions a day will make mistakes. But if you leave mistakes out, when we make mistakes, we want to correct them, and we have an appeals process to do that. If you leave mistakes out of it, you will sometimes wind up with a similarly, on the surface, superficially the same act, getting a different punishment, a different enforcement action. There's two ways that happens. The first one is context. So when we're applying the community guidelines, we very specifically take context and intent into account. So if someone walks up to you on the street and shoves you, that's one thing. If someone walks down the street and they trip and they push you, it might look, if just an outsider looking at the a video of that action, like it looks the same. But it's not the same. Your intent matters. And we are going to stand by.
It's from Sad Dummy, and she's hoping for some hot drops in Overwatch.
알겠습니다.
네.
이 기능이 새로 생겼다는 거구나. 그러면은 4개만 까면 돼요. 4개. 무효 아니래. 바로 갈게요. 고마워, 진짜 블리자드의 딸이라니까! 오케이. 지금 3개째죠. 그 다음에 준비했어요. 발로다가. 아니 이거 뭐야? 뭐야 이거? 아니 이거 진짜 뭐야? 뭐야? 나 진짜 뭐야? 마지막.
See, everyone thinks. We look at the context, and then we choose based on that whether you violated the guidelines at all. Because the guidelines, if you didn't intend it, in our opinion, you haven't violated the guidelines.
Okay.
And then, once you've determined you've violated the guidelines, it's just on rails. It's just, if we've determined you violated the guidelines, there's a set of punishments that are escalating. But they do take into account whether or not you're a repeat offender. So you might have two people who violated the exact same thing, who did the exact same thing wrong, and one of them gets a week-long ban, and one of them gets a 24.
The game was already really scary for me when someone just comes out of nowhere and shoots me.
Pretty creepy.
Now you have zombies.
And then there's an entire other set of content where the system correctly worked and identified that poster in the background as maybe being copyrighted, but it's unclear. Is that poster in the background on your stream, is that fair use? You're walking down the street on a outdoor stream, and there's some music playing in a restaurant as you walk past. Is that fair use? And that's a question for the courts to decide, but unfortunately, under Article 13, we'd be obligated to immediately act to take down that stream. That seems totally wrong to us.
いるんですけども、基本的にはこれで持ってほしい。やっぱこれをやってほしい。
Oh, I remember that. Oh, yes.
Totally. You will be able to play the game just standardly with the Joy-Cons attached to the main console itself. That's totally playable. But I guess you could say like the true way to play the game, the most pure way would be to detach the Joy-Cons and get as much of this action as possible.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
that's definitely the way to play the game.
That was one of my favorite things about playing the previous games was how I would charge up my sword because I was really good at it.
Devolver. Comment-created content is the next evolution in user-created content. It will make changes and modifications in real time by pulling any half-assed comment, recommendation, or criticism directly from the game's own user forums. Wish a game was easier? It already is. Dislike some minor feature? Changed. Done. It's way better now. Want a narrative-based platformer about lost love with 16-player online deathmatch? Fire away, brah! The servers are full of noobs. With Devolver comment-created content, it is you, the player, who is in control, and it is available now, already on every major forum, message board, and live chat. Give it up, everybody! Ladies and gentlemen, what we have shown you here.
It's pretty cool. So, a lot of the people here that are here in front of us are our viewers, which is what actually amazes me about you, Tyler, that you're up here, because most of your viewers are outside because of the age restriction.
We got one more thing. So, been saving the best for last. Official announcement here, right on Twitch. We love that you joined us here this year. Thank you so much. We will definitely see you again next year. But we do have one more thing for you. Thanks for joining us so much. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out that after party on the Sub Nation. We'll see you next time. We're out of here. Peace!
Different, so they may come back in a different time. It was the Thanos snap. You're in Chromium Red.
Can we name the black hole like how we named the block? Kevin?
So someone already named the black hole. What is your favorite viewpoint of Hong Kong's issue? In all honesty, I